Some good weather for the festival.
Yeah.
Yes and no. It's kind of the bearer of bad news here. You know, people have asked about weekend plans. Of course, we have lots going on, from Wyndham Championship to what you're just talking about. Yes, keep all of those plans, but also keep the rain gear with you. Also an eye to forecast and the radar, because we do have those rounds of rain. It's not going to be a washout or raining all day long each and every day, but we do have those scattered storms, a lot like the past couple of days. Some could become severe and some also strong, with those heavy downpours leading to flash flooding and the lightning. So have to keep an eye, even though, you know, we have a little bit more going on all the way throughout the weekend. Those rainfall totals yesterday, the day before, looking very similar, and also the case as we go throughout today. So very scattered, where some of us pick up more compared to others, and we do those isolated downpours where some even upwards about 5 inches if we get one of those heavy downpours that's just very slow moving. On the flip side of that, take a look at some of these circles. They have not picked up much rain at all. They've been kind of skipped over. So some may be wanting more of those rounds of rain compared to others. Take Guilford County, Greensboro, for example. They have picked up even upwards about 10 inches for some that they do not want any more of that rain. We have some of those scattered showers overnight into early this morning. They have cleared out. No activity out there right now. Just a little bit of that moisture left over. Have some patchy fog, that cloud cover just passing by, and the cloud cover much more so compared to yesterday, even the day before. So that's really our biggest difference for your Friday. Even going forward for your Saturday, Sunday, we'll add in some more of that sunshine, get some more of that sun to come back. Those temperatures out there right now: 68 in Winston-Salem, Lexington, 69 in Burlington, 63 in Gay Labs, and 64 in North Wilkesboro. It's mild, it's muggy. That's even how we stay all the way throughout today. Those temperatures, they do warm back up towards the mid-80s. And we stay muggy all the way throughout with that cloud cover. This morning, staying dry, may just run into a little bit of some patchy fog, some mist, some drizzle, really not too much out there. Lunchtime, some scattered showers starting to pop up, a lot like yesterday, out to the west where we had some of those scattered showers, the isolated storms. Then into the afternoon, the evening, here comes that trend once again. You start to spark up those storms. It's very unorganized. It's really hard to pinpoint the timing, the location of, certain areas compared to if we had one system just passing on through. The stationary front still just sitting on top of us, and that's creating really all of this energy, and just where we start to see some of those storms pop up, how long they last. Most are slow moving, and that's also leading to those heavy downpours and also causing some of those issues out there as far as flooded roadways and the flash flooding. That's again our biggest concern even throughout this evening into tonight. So a lot like even the overnight hours of this morning, we do keep some of those scattered showers, the isolated storms, some rumbles of thunder, lightning like what we had last night in store for tonight. So still keep all those plans, but just keep an eye to the forecast. For your Saturday morning, as mentioned, we'll start to break apart those clouds just a bit more, bring in some more sunshine, and then, yes, once again, for the afternoon into the evening, here comes that scattered, isolated storm chance. Those heavy downpours mixed in there as well as the lightning. So that's also a concern, especially since we do have a lot of those outdoor plans. Saturday looks a lot like how we are Sunday. Then this even continues just to carry on over all the way throughout your 7-day forecast. Those temperatures staying into the mid-80s through next week, even all the way throughout next week. We have the alert icon throughout Monday, as that's really our best chance for those scattered showers, picking up some more of those heavy downpours. Tuesday, Wednesday, hopefully get a break in the rain. Some of us already need that, a chance to dry out. Then Thursday into the second half of next week into next weekend, start to bring back more of that rain chance and another unsettled weather pattern.